So there's the kick-off with Manly defending the southern end of the ground. And immediately the big crusher takes it up and he's met by a wall of Sharks. Lyons, Cleel, the pass comes away to Burke. Burke, he's got a lot of speed, he's over the halfway. He's got Lyons and Tysers with him. Lyons back it goes to now O'Connor, the ball's gone loose. The referee says play on. O'Connor's got it, O'Connor's in, O'Connor's scored.
Plenty of determination from Michael O'Connor to carry a player over the line to get that ball down for the try after it was 6 more tackles when Russell knocked it down. Now notice Cleel standing out here in the back to create the extra man. He puts Burke into the gap and Burke beats the tackle there and then looks inside, took his time to size up the situation, finds Lyons and plenty of support there with O'Connor. Now the ball was knocked down by Russell's hand there, it went forward. O'Connor gathers it in, great reflexes that he has, and carries them over the line to get the ball down.
The chance to convert his own try. And it's there. And so after 8 minutes of play in this match at Brookvale Oval, the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles are leading by 6 points to 0. We've hit about 3 times through the forwards here, Manly. 35 metres out. Now the backs are given it. Lyons running across field. There's O'Connor. O'Connor, he's found someone in support. Gately. Gately slips it back. O'Connor with it. Away to Lyons. Lyons has got support. Lyons goes straight through. Burke on the inside. Burke, can he get away? He's got his pass away though. Racing for the line is Tim Dwyer. Away it goes to Hasler. And Hasler will score a super try. Oh, they're back on the road again. Are they what? That was scintillating football from the Sea Eagles. And they lead 10-0.
Well, how could the Cronulla defence know where the ball was going, because they changed the angle half a dozen times. Going one way, suddenly spinning around the other, always knowing there was someone coming. The play coming from the far side of the field took a while before we got to where the action really happened.
Well, this is where they had the 3 settlers, remember? 3 in a row and then the backs were given it.
But then once they want to get the ball out wide, they do it so crisply. Look at these passes, beautiful passes. Inside, first of all, O'Connor goes back towards the middle. Then it was Gately, turns direction, comes back towards the middle again, slips a beautiful pass there. O'Connor turns it to Lyons. He shows it on the outside here, double dummy on the outside, back inside. There goes Burke, he finds a runner, and as Dwyer, he heads towards the post. Back comes Hasler on the step and beating the cover at every turn. Great football.
You don't see many better tries than that. And Michael O'Connor very heavily involved in that try after scoring the first one himself. The chance to make it 2 out of 2. And there's the kick from O'Connor. And so after 14 minutes, it's all Manly. They lead by 12 points to 0. Just inside the touchline, Gately plays it. O'Connor, Lyons, they're spread right across the park here again, Manly, as it comes away now from Cunningham to Hasler. Quick hands, away it goes. Up to Dwyer. Dwyer slips it to Burke. He's got support in Austin. Austin for the line. Austin comes around, and Manly are in again. Oh, they're playing premiership winning form at the moment. Magnificent stuff. 16-0.
Well, just sit back and watch magnificent football from the Manly backs. It's all the Manly backs here at the moment. And it's coming from Cliff Lyons, getting the ball wide when the opportunity's there. Manly were at 6s and 7s after the break. Now look at the long pass to get the ball out wide, then they just carry it on. And Dwyer is making no mistakes from fullback in there for Shearer. Burke, the perfectly timed pass after drawing the man. And there was no doubt the try was going to be scored. Austin all the way. And look at the smile on his face, he's enjoying himself. But look at Cliff Lyons here. He didn't have the length as he threw from the left side, so he switches direction to get the long pass out wide. Plenty of fellas knew exactly where it needed to come. They were all out there because Cronulla had no one in position. They were rattled, and the beautiful handling, getting the ball out was just magnificent, crisp passing.
And there's the kick from O'Connor, 3 out of 3. And so we haven't even had 20 minutes play yet. In fact, we've had about 16, 17 minutes play, and it's 18 points to 0. Miller, the pass to Speechley, back to Docking.
Miller's starting to call the shots. He's been given a little bit of room to move by the defence.
Hatch. Eddinghausen. Eddinghausen tries the little kick. He should win the race. He does! Should be a try. Super football from ET. What acceleration. What incredible individual brilliance. That came from nothing. And there's only 1 or 2 footballers in the game that could have scored this. One's O'Connor and one is this man.
Well, you're throwing out the superlatives, but they're well deserved. And look at the little kick and the pace from Eddinghausen. Great thinking as much as pace. The thinking to see there was no one home in the in-goal area. He just has a little peek, sees the hole, slips through it. No one in front of him and no one at home. And good work by Cleel to almost get there, but Eddinghausen just too good. And what a vital try this is for Cronulla. They just had to score here to get back into this match. They were keeping the ball alive. They'd applied a bit of pressure through Miller and his runners, but then the individual talent there of Eddinghausen.
There's the kick. It's successful. And so 29 minutes gone. Manly lead Cronulla by 18 points to 6. On the halfway line. Back the other way it comes. Lions. The long pass out wide finds Hasler. Quickly it goes to Cleel. Cleel's over the halfway. Quickly it's gone to Austin again. It's Burke. Burke on the inside's got Lyons. Lyons for the line. Lyons will come away and score underneath the posts. Try number 4 for Manly. 22 points to 6.
Well, that might shut the gate on Cronulla, even though there's a long way to go. It's been Manly who's come back in this last 10 minutes, not Cronulla. And again, it's Cliff Lyons getting the ball wide with a beautiful long pass, and they just keep it going. And Cleel hanging around out in those centres, breaks the tackle, slips the pass away, it goes and beautifully pulled in there by Burke from behind his back. It was well behind him, and he pulled it in, and Lyons backing up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men alongside him. Hasler directing him round behind the post. So how can you go up against 5 men backing up? And at that point, there was no defence there at all. But look at these hands, beautiful. Cleel standing wide, and a little step, just a whole pull in the defender there to give Burke a free run down the sideline. Back inside, look at the backup. It's just a brilliant team, this Manly side, when they're firing.
And there's the kick from O'Connor. He's got 4 from 4, and so it's 24 points to 6. Yeah, well, it explains a lot of things anyway. Here comes out wide McGaw. McGaw slips that away. Speechley, he's got Russell in support. Russell for the line. Oh, desperate defence has dragged him out. Only a couple of metres out, he was home and hosed. That was Hasler who effected the tackle. Eddinghausen's only half a metre out. They're going from dummy half. Wilson's there. The referee says yes. Try to Cronulla. Alan Wilson scores the try, and it's 24 points to 10.
Well, it might not be as fancy as Manly, but it's worth 4 points. And it was all started by Barry Russell making the dart to crack the defence. He's made quite a few. And then they had a couple of dives. First of all, Eddinghausen goes from dummy half. He couldn't quite get through. And then Wilson goes into dummy half. Let's watch the defences, see if they cover it up. Oh, they're all falling over one another. And then in there is Haggart to try and make the tackle with Burke, but Wilson fooled them all. They really should have stopped him, but 3 players at the marker position all confused one another. And then it was good work by Wilson too to see the opportunity, go in low and hard to get the ball down.
The Manly players, a bit hot and bothered no doubt. Wilson to try and convert his own try. And he's done it. And so with about 50 odd seconds remaining in the first half, that margin reduced to 12 points again. Manly 24 leading Cronulla Sutherland 12.
Well, this could be the longest half-time report in history, David, after those 2 bursts, and I think we've got another one coming here.
Yes, and we've got Greg Austin up over the halfway. He's away from Russell. He's got O'Connor in support. O'Connor looking for Austin on the run round. Austin's there. Here's Cleel coming steaming down the centre. Cleel's got it away to O'Connor, and O'Connor will race away and score what should be close to the try of the year. They don't come any better than that. That's super football. Started by Austin, O'Connor in it twice, Austin in it twice, and Cleel from nowhere adding his assistance. 28 points to 12, and that was worth the price of admission alone.
Well, here goes O'Connor. He flips the pass away, and Austin shows this blistering pace. Got to outside Watson and left him behind, and a lot of determination from Barry Russell to get to that position there in defence. Now look at O'Connor stand in the tackle. He stood waiting for Austin to get back onside. He then sees Cleel coming at the angle. He picks him up, and Cleel picks up O'Connor, and it was finally shut the gate. But what magnificent football from Manly. This is just unbelievable stuff.
O'Connor to make it 5 from 5. It's there. And so Manly now lead by 30 points to 12. And O'Connor's personal tally this afternoon, 2 tries and 5 goals. And the second half is only 6 minutes old. Has he been a great player for Cronulla? Wilson There's that grubber kick straight across the goal post, and in the end it's Austin who's got it for Manly. That can often be the danger of it. Austin looking for support as he's dragged down by Eddinghausen. He had Burke on the outside but just couldn't link up with him. Now what can Manly do here? They've still got a bit of Cronulla defence stretched on the far side as it comes to Cleal, and Cleal streaking upfield again. Sticks it back on the inside to Lyons. Lyons down towards the fullback. The pass comes away to Ticehurst. Ticehurst racing away. This is another Manly try. Ticehurst comes round and scores the try. Brilliant champagne rugby league from Manly Warringah. It's 34-12. And we thought Cronulla were brilliant the last 2 weeks. It's not that they're playing badly, it's because this team is playing so brilliantly.
Well, the football is staggering. Look at Cleal, he's loving this out in the back. He holds it, keeps a couple at bay while he gets the pass away. Lyons uses the fend, and then Ticehurst had the line at his mercy. Hasler telling him to come around and pick up the 2 points as well with the conversion. But really, this is just staggering football from Manly. They're getting the ball wide, the passing is crisp, it's finding the man. They're just have the pace. Look at Cleal, he has Miller come at him there. He holds on to 2 tacklers as he flips the ball back on the inside. They always know there is going to be someone on the inside and the outside. And there goes Ticehurst with plenty of pace to finish off these moves. Ticehurst finally into the action after Austin's been getting all these plaudits. One more look at Cliffy Lyons flipping the pass away to Ticehurst. They just haven't made a mistake. It's easy to sit back and watch this perfect football, but they are doing it with precision.
And hasn't this man had a successful 2 seasons with them? Trying to make it 6 out of 6, looking for his 20th point of the afternoon, and he steered it straight over the black dot. Manly lead Cronulla Sutherland by 36 points to 12. Hasler. Out it comes to Lyons. Quickly, it's gone across to O'Connor. O'Connor up to the halfway. Ticehurst back on the inside over the top. Lyons. Lyons down to the quarter line. He's got Hasler in support. He puts the kick in. They're coming through quickly. Rapati and Hasler. Hasler's there first. Hasler scores the try. It's another try to Manly. I'm certain Desi Hasler scored it. Joe Rapati, I think he thought he was going to get there first, but Hasler showing all the speed. And have a look at this again. It's 40 points to 12. But look at the class of O'Connor here.
Well, I think the crowd were cheering for Joe Rapati to score the try. There it goes from O'Connor, turning it back inside. Good wing play by Ticehurst to be in the right position. And then Lyons now, he had support. He looked as if he was going to pass. Decided that he'll kick. I don't know, really may well have passed it. But then Hasler and Rapati have a race here. And both of them dive virtually for it. And, well, I think Hasler got his hand on it first. In fact, touch and go, whether it was grounded cleanly.
O'Connor, his hardest kick of the afternoon, and it looks pretty good. It looks good. It's there. Oh, what a great afternoon Michael O'Connor's had as well. 2 tries, and now 7 goals from 7 attempts. Quinn, Miller, that's Hatch. Hatch on his own. Sorensen. Go Harpo. In his 200th match for Cronulla, he scores a try. I bet you he's never scored an easier one, but he deserves it because he's been a great servant for the Cronulla side.
Well, he's got one last week as well, didn't he? So 2 tries in 2 weeks for Dane Sorensen. But I'm sure the Manly defence couldn't believe that Cronulla didn't throw the ball wide, and they finally opened up right in front of the sticks. Cronulla were plugging away in here. They had overlaps out wide, and even Sorensen knew that he should try and get the ball out wide, and suddenly looked in front and realised all the defence had run away. Cronulla plugging away, at least had just deserved, I suppose, to finally keeping the pressure on Manly for 6 tackles here. They kept the ball alive, pushing it back to Sorensen, and suddenly just opened up in the middle. Batty Borton couldn't believe it either. He thought that they were going to throw it wide. He was about to head off in cover defence.
As Watson takes over the goal-kicking duties and puts it straight over the black dot. 42 points to 18 the score.
Now the Manly defence has been just as high a standard as their attack.
There's a good pass though from Hatch away to Eddinghausen, and he's in under the post. Eddinghausen scores his 2nd of the afternoon. Good football from David Hatch. 42 points to 22.
No sooner than we give the Manly defence some credit, and they do crack, but again, it was pretty good work here by Cronulla, and Eddinghausen with a good step off the left foot to wrong foot Dwyer as he came across. But Cronulla have got into this position by Manly starting to make mistakes late in the game. Eddinghausen, beautiful football, running onto a good pass too, right under the post.
Watson comes in. There's the kick, and it's there. So 2 out of 2 for Sean Watson. 42 to 24 the score. Cliff Lyons leaving the field. as Cronulla run it out from their own line, but he really deserves some accolades today, Clippy Lyons. And here's Mark McGaw on. And you'll notice the little blonde-haired fellow in the screen there. There he is again, Jeff Tuvey. I don't know whether he's actually come on as a replacement in first grade before. I know I haven't seen him as yet. There he is.
They've had some great blonde-headed halfbacks over the years. Steve Martin, Johnny Gibbs.
But he only looks about 12. Have a look at him. He doesn't look very old, does he?
Shake hands with Alan Langer.
Now let's see what he does here. He's got away from, Docking's got away from the youngster there as he comes up to the quarter line, puts it through. The race is on between Eddinghausen and Hasler, and Eddinghausen's plucked that out of the air and scored. Eddinghausen try number 3 for the afternoon as Docking came to the quarter line.
Well, that's what I was saying about Cronulla. They're continuing to try things. Docking making a great burst and a good sidestep to get away there. And Eddinghausen looms up. Docking knows it, puts the kick ahead, knowing Eddinghausen's speed, and he beats Hasler to the ball and pulls in a beautiful overhead take as well to get that ball down.
Well, this is going to make the score more respectable as Watson puts it over the black dot. And it's now 42 points to 30. 72 points scored in the match.
Kevin Ward, Ron Gibbs. At the moment, Mel Cochran out of action, but they haven't lost anything in the backs.
Here goes Manly again. They've got the overlap as O'Connor comes back on the inside. Hasler puts it over the top and came off a Cronulla hand. The referee said, "You're in an offside position, Michael Speechley." And the penalty goes Manly's way.
And I should just qualify that as well. Here goes Hasler. The ball was knocked down by a Manly hand, a Cronulla hand, I should say.
O'Connor to make it 8 out of 8. There's the kick, and he's got it. So Michael O'Connor, a personal tally of 24 points this afternoon. Manly leading by 44 points to 30. In fact, that's the final score. The siren going in the background.